Hello YouTube, Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm here with Tina and we are going to talk about the NARF program. And NARF always reminds me of barf, which is
Barf.
terrible. It's a terrible name, but if you are wondering what the NARF program stands for, it is North American Remote Fulfillment. And it is a pretty amazing, I like it. Are you in the NARF program now, or you're out?
Well, this is where sometimes I get confused because there are two different programs on Amazon. So the one, I believe it's NARF is where we have to manage our Amazon Canada and Amazon Mexico accounts. Then there's another one where Amazon will fulfill it, but you are not managing Canadian and Mexico Amazon accounts. There is another program, and I cannot remember what it's called.
No,
Unless I'm wrong.
This is it. You have to manage your accounts. And
Okay.
It's
See, and I felt like there were two different programs. And in fact, I was Googling this the other day when I was preparing for this video. I'm like, isn't there this another program? So NARF is it. It's the one and only.
It is the one and only. Now, that can be confusing because they do have other markets. And the difference is with the NARF program, they fulfill the inventory from your American warehouses, where the other ones, you send it in. So like I could
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
But you still have two dashboards.
Yes.
So either way, you're going to have multiple dashboards. But one, you're sending your stuff physically to Canada, the Canada warehouses, and one is being fulfilled from the American.
Yes. So NARF I had been enrolled in for many years, and then things got sloppy with my Canadian and Mexico accounts, and I unenrolled in NARF. It was populating all of my inventory as it's supposed to do, but it was also populating inventory that was my merchant fulfilled inventory. And I was making orders and they wanted me to ship it out of country. I was like, wait, no, stop. I don't want to do that. So then I put my store on vacation to stop those.
Yes, we're going to talk about that actually first.
Okay. Okay.
If you're new to Amazon, you should automatically be enrolled in the NARF program, which is confusing because it used to be that you weren't automatically enrolled, and now new accounts are automatically enrolled. So if you're new to Amazon, you don't want to do this, you want to go turn off these settings. And if you're older into Amazon, then you may not have this set up and you may want to go turn it on. But either way, there's kind of two areas you're going to go to. And the first one is under your seller account information. You want to hit this button, going on vacation.
And this is when you're in your seller account information on either Amazon Mexico or Amazon Canada, not in your US account. I just wanted to point that out. I just wanted to point that out.
No, it's in your US account.
Yes, make sure. Yeah.
So in your US account, go into here and turn vacations on and off. You'll also see it right here that which ones you are enrolled in. So for business, I'm enrolled in the Amazon, the .com and the .ca. CA is Canada, MX is Mexico. And you do have to, I believe you have to be a professional seller to be enrolled in NARF. Do you know if that's true or not?
I believe so. And it only makes sense because don't you have to have a professional account to be sending in inventory FBA, or can you send it in Okay. I've always had a professional account. I think in my first couple months, I didn't. I was just selling things merchant fulfilled till I got the hang of it and understood it. But really, if you sell well over what your monthly fee is, it's more beneficial to be a professional account seller because the fees are higher the other way.
Absolutely. I have only worked with a few people that have the individual account and seen their dashboard, and they are not allowed to make listings, do advertising. And I believe the NARF program is another program that is not allowed. So if you are not seeing options, it could be because of that.
Yeah.
All right. The other area you're going to want to go mess with is under inventory. There is a let's see here. I put the slides backwards. Under inventory, you're going to see this sell globally. So if you don't have the sell globally there, then that's where you'd go back and you'd look at the individual versus pro. and your vacation settings, because the Sell Globally button should be there in your account. And once you click that, you're going to go to Build International Listings, which this is just not intuitive. I really struggle with Amazon and they're non-intuitive, but under Build International Listings, this is where you can work on your connections. And you can see here my connections. If I wanted to, I could edit them. And I have everything cross-posted automatically over to Canada and Mexico, and I add 10%.
And so you would do that next to your pricing rules. You would click the blue button that says edit, and within there is where you can change those percentages. And
Yep.
you want to do that because of the exchange rate. And that was the other thing, is I realized, oh gosh, on some things, I'm really not profiting as much because of the differences in currency. So that is why that feature is important there. And then when I decided to remove mine last month, I removed my connection. So I know somebody had asked on my channel, how do you disconnect? That is how you disconnect. I wanted to disconnect mine for a time to clean some things up and adjust stuff. And we'll discuss that moving forward, but to stick to this, yes, that's where you would click the buttons.
Yep. All right. So then I want to talk about some pros and cons of it. And this is going to be just a pretty quick video of the overview of the Small and Light program. But some of the pros are, if you are interested in the Mexico or Canada marketplace, it allows you to kind of test those markets before sending any inventory into those countries. There's no additional storage cost. It's your inventory already, so that's kind of nice. And then there is no tax regulations, import regulations. You don't deal with any of that. Amazon handles all the paperwork going back and forth between the countries. Now let's talk about some of the cons, because there are a few cons. One being the exchange rate. Tina just talked about that. You know, sometimes your margins are very thin and you add in the exchange rate and all of a sudden you're not making any money off your products. So that one's a tough one, because when they pay you out, if you're on your American dashboard, it will show the sales, but sometimes it's in American, sometimes it's in Canadian money, and then you got to do the difference. It is a bit of a pain in the butt to calculate if you're not using a third-party software like Inventory Lab or Seller Board, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then managing the different dashboards. That's where my biggest complaint comes in. If you
Same here.
Yeah. If you delete something on your American dashboard, let's say you're not going to replan a certain item, it does not delete it on the other dashboard. So you have to go in and manage feedback, account health, and your inventory on each of your dashboards.
Yep. And I got tired of managing all of that. And so now, where I ended saying that before, this is one of the reasons why I chose to turn mine off, is because let's face it, most of the time I forgot about the Canadian and Mexico Amazon, because my primary focus is in the US. This is where I create my shipments. This is where I create my listings. This is when I'm getting compliance, paperwork recommendation, or not recommendations for toys when they need this documentation. I'm always looking at my account health in the US, and I would get lazy and forget. I would absolutely forget to go in and check Canada and Mexico. I would pop in. It's like, whoa, I have an IP complaint. I have a policy violation that this face cream is not allowed to be sold in Canada, yet it is allowed to be sold in the US. So I just wanted to break from all of that. So that's why I chose to turn mine off. And that is my other complaint, is that Amazon says when you sign up for their program, is your inventory that is eligible to be sold in those marketplaces, that, you know, it does get cross-posted. Well, if the face cream is not eligible, then why do you cross-post it, Amazon? You know, why do you do that? If I'm allowed to sell it here, but not there, then you're going to flag me and ding me for it. So, I just got frustrated with it. Would I do it again and sign up for NARF again? Absolutely. I just needed a break from it.
Yeah. And that's the last point. There's the different country rules. There are, different countries have different rules. They have different allergens, they have different regulatory requirements, and you are supposed to know those and know if your product complies with them for said country. When you turn on the automatic cross posting option that automatically cross posts your listings, things slip by, and that could be a ding in your, ding in that country's account health. And here's the thing, if you get suspended in one of the other marketplaces, you will eventually get all of your accounts suspended if you don't keep up on it. So that is important to know. People have been suspended in the other countries, and then all of a sudden, 3 months later, they're suspended on their main country, and they're like, "Wait a minute, I don't know what happened. I thought it
They're
was fine."
probably someone like me that just thought it went on autopilot, and then you go over there to look once in a blue moon and you're like, oh wait, whoa.
Exactly. So, is NARF right for you? You have to decide that yourself. Look at your inventory. For me, I make at least $100 in sales on each Canada and Mexico per week. I'm sorry, I receive at least $100 of payout from Canada and Mexico a week. It fluctuates between $100 to $300 on a weekly base, or whatever, every 2 weeks, on every 2 weeks. So, it does account for some income, and really checking the dashboards doesn't take me very long, and
No.
cleaning out the inventory doesn't take me very long. So for me, totally worth it. You decide for you. And in the meantime, if this video has helped you out at all, please like and subscribe and share. All right. Leave a comment if you have any particular questions. We will definitely answer them. Take care. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.